Hu Tao, the enigmatic and silly director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, shattered the game's balance at her release with her colossal DPS and burst damage, surpassing what most characters could only dream of at that time, perhaps except one. In 2024, Hu Tao can still achieve those jaw-dropping numbers, melting foes like butter, just as she melted our hearts with her unforgettable song. In this video, you'll learn everything about Hu Tao, from her optimal artifacts to weapons, and crucially, the significant difference between her C0 and C1. We've got you covered, so let's dive in. When it comes to artifacts, one set has remained quintessentially vital to her since release, and many of you have guessed it, the infamous 4-piece Crimson Witch. Even though she cannot stack its 4-piece effect multiple times, she benefits from all its aspects. Additionally, it scales superbly with EM buffs, solidifying her as a menace. But Hoyo decided to amplify her strength even further. With the Inazuma update came a brand new set, the 4-piece Shimenawa's Reminiscence, which provides higher damage on Hu Tao's normal and charged attacks than Crimson Witch, but significantly reduces the frequency with which she can unleash her burst due to its energy drain mechanic. With great power comes great responsibility. Restricted burst usage can pose issues for survivability. This set also prevents you from bursting immediately after casting her skill.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
Reducing the flexibility of Hu Tao's gameplay in scenarios where you want to burst up front to take advantage of buffs for nuking. Hu Tao is already a relatively complicated character to play, and this set makes her even more challenging. So, if you don't want to stress this much, just stick to the 4-piece Crimson Witch, or mismatch 2 pieces of these sets to maximize substats. 2-piece Wanderer's Troupe, 2-piece Crimson Witch, 2-piece Tenacity of the Millilith. For artifact stats, Hu Tao is forgiving, HP percent on Sands, Pyro damage on Goblet, and crit rate on Circlet because she gains crit damage from her Ascension. When it comes to substats, just focus on crit rate, damage, HP percent, and flat HP. Ignore ATK percent safely. But please don't ignore the like button. Your one like means a lot to me. For weapons, we all know her best in slot and the most controversial weapon. We have seen in the past how far a gamer has gone for this.
On this earth that I am this unlucky.
The one and only Staff of Homa. Ironically, this weapon is also potent on other characters that cannot fully utilize the passive. Hu Tao maximizes the value it provides as she makes use of the weapon's HP percent passive and possesses innate HP drain in her kit. You should try your luck on this one, especially now that you don't have to go homeless for this. But if you don't want to try, don't worry. There are other strong alternatives. Ballad of the Fjords. This Battle Pass weapon is highly competitive at rank 1 and ranks among Hu Tao's best weapons at rank 5 when the passive is active. Since the passive only requires a team with 3 different elements to activate, it works in most of Hu Tao's preferred teams. Dragon's Bane. For free-to-play players, this weapon is a godsend. It provides a strong passive and a healthy dose of EM, making it a very robust option. It scales very well with refinements, and at R5, it is highly competitive with Hu Tao's other 5-star weapon options. However, this also has some downsides which no one talks about. Dragon's Bane loses value with further EM buffs. It also performs slightly worse relative to other weapons in the context of Yelan's A4 passive buff, which diminishes the value of the weapon's DMG bonus. But regardless, this is a solid option. There is a strong chance the next weapon I'll mention is already sitting in your inventory. Gathering Dust, the primordial Jade-Winged Spear. Since Hu Tao does not benefit fully from its ATK percent passive and stacks this weapon relatively slowly, it performs on par with equivalent refines of Dragon's Bane. Its performance at lower refines falls short of high refine Dragon's Bane. There are more relatively strong options, but I can't mention every weapon, so if this video gets 75 likes, I'll attach a spreadsheet including every weapon and their ranking in this video's description. Maxing out the build makes your Hu Tao the strong character she already is. But to make her unstoppable and tear through every enemy, you need to know her combos. In this part of the video, we will dive deep into her playstyle and tips to maximize her damage, and also we will analyze why her C1 is so hyped by the community. Without proper knowledge, if you play her, that may lead to frustration, resulting in doubting your own decision to pull her. So don't go anywhere now.